What if Gecko Moria becomes one of Luffy's most important allies in the final war? At first, it sounds impossible. Moria was one of Luffy's enemies and nearly wiped out the Straw Hats during Thriller Bark. But if you look closely at his story, Oda may have been setting him up for a much bigger role. The biggest clue is that Moria genuinely cares about his crew. Unlike most villains, he isn't obsessed with power for its own sake. Years ago, Kaido slaughtered Moria's original crew in the New World. That loss completely broke him. His zombie army wasn't created because he was lazy. It was because he was terrified of losing friends ever again. Then, look at what happened with Absalom. When Moria found out Blackbeard had killed him, he stormed straight into Blackbeard's territory. He knew it was a trap, yet he went anyway. That's not something a selfish pirate would do. That's something Luffy would do. In many ways, Moria is actually a dark version of Luffy. Both care deeply about their friends. The difference is that Luffy kept moving forward after loss, while Moria gave up on himself. Now here's where things get interesting. Moria has reasons to hate two of the most important villains in the story. Kaido destroyed his original crew, and Blackbeard killed Absalom and imprisoned him. If Moria escapes Blackbeard's control, he has every reason to join the side fighting against them. But the biggest clue might be his devil fruit. Back in Thriller Bark, Chopper was disgusted by Moria's zombies. He basically pointed out that nobody would want to be brought back in that state, mindless, controlled, and stripped of their identity. At the time, that just sounded like criticism of Moria's powers. But what if it was actually foreshadowing? What if Moria's awakening allows him to revive people properly? We've seen awakened devil fruits gain abilities far beyond their original use. If Moria awakened the Shadow fruit, he might be able to return someone's shadow, memories, personality, and will instead of creating a mindless zombie. Think about how huge that would be in the final war. The world is heading toward a conflict directly tied to the Void Century. Imagine if Moria could temporarily bring back important figures with their memories intact. People who actually witnessed the lost history could finally tell the world what happened. And remember, Oda keeps bringing Moria back into the story. He survived Thriller Bark.